What is this? You enter a mirrored version of your house and the pictures are of a creepy family you don't know.
That's the hypothetical.
Oh. Who's Nick Anderson? Do you know what that is?
That's one of my friends. Right.
Friends? I don't believe it.
Oh, if he's a colleague YouTuber. I'm gonna do a collab with him later. I've already. I think he was in one of my Star Fox episodes.
I still need to look at that thing you sent me on Google Drive.
Oh God. Oh, that. Yeah.
What do you mean, oh God?
Oh, I thought I'd sent you another Berenstain Bears edited cover photo.
No.
Like, why is mommy moaning? Or, but the Berenstain Bears meet the rapist.
Are there actually, like, those types of things, or are those all made up?
Those are all made up. Like, the why is mommy moaning is just about being afraid of the dark. Some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
But it's supposed to... But I was fooled by it.
This is all cuttable. We're all cutting this, right? Maybe.
No, we're not cutting this.
Okay,
this is all important.
Do you guys like that conversation?
This is like pace picante. It's just so rich.
Well, so what's up, guys? Question of the day.
Eric, you're emoticon.
If you had to have sexual intercourse with one of...
Eric, look at how your emoticon looks in this. It looks so different.
Yeah. That's because you have a fucking Android. And I have the shitty Apple phone. Fuck you, Apple. They got me by my balls. It's Junior Troopa.
Yep. This is my favorite Junior Troopa in the moment in the game. I did it! I swam all the way!
That's funny. I got that Rubik's Cube for that reason, for me.
Yeah.
So I just have something to do. I was watching stuff. But the problem is, with the Rubik's Cube, is you don't know how to solve it.
That's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, so he swam all the way here to
I just like that sound effect.
Yeah, that...
I like that sound effect, and I know there's the obvious Let's Play joke of, it sounds like somebody fapping.
That sounds more like squirting.
No, it doesn't. There is no noise that plays when cum squirts, Michael.
Well, I like to think there is. Because it's cartoony and stupid.
But that's not true. If you're a young person out there, if you're a young female, and you want to know, there is no noise. It's noiseless. It's noiseless. So, all that, whenever Michael does that, it's nonsense and unrealistic. And I hate him for it.
I feel like you take things too seriously.
I'm saying sometimes. In this scenario. But I feel bad because I was about to say, everybody's thinking in their head. They're like, oh, that sounds like fapping. It's not funny. The noise itself is so much funnier than if you say that.
Mm. So this is cute. So because he swam all the way over, as you can see, he's like, I'm gonna get you, but oh no, my HP is cut in half.
Look at that. Look at those fucking sprites.
Yeah.
I prefer 7-Up. Said nobody ever. Question of the day: do you prefer 7-Up to Sprite?
I don't know. Like they both, I don't really like either all that much.
Yeah,
but I guess like, Sprite is better.
When you need the carbonation. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
Which one do you prefer?
Like Sprite and 7-Up is like the stuff you drink when you're sick.
Sometimes I like Sprite. All right, I like Sprite way better. 7-Up to me tastes like shit. I was just wondering if there's anybody who actually likes 7-Up more than Sprite. Sprite is a Coke, and 7-Up is like its own thing, right?
It's probably like PepsiCo owns every fucking thing.
No, it doesn't.
It owns fucking Captain Crunch.
PepsiCo does?
Yes.
I did not know that. I thought Captain Crunch is one of those. What's that big cereal company?
General Mills.
Yeah, General
Maybe
Mills.
PepsiCo owns General Mills.
Oh, holy shit, dude. Shit, dude.
Yep.
But Coke probably owns a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, so this is actually, it's a good thing he does have half health, because this is probably the hardest Junior Troopa fight in the game, depending on how it goes. Like, Watt makes a joke out of him, because, like, Watt hits him from the side and can hit flying enemies as well, so she's invulnerable to the spike.
Kara Perry, Michael.
Parakarry, if you try to, you can use the shell.
It's Kara Perry.
Parakarry has that shell shot move, and then that works as well, but that costs FP. And as you might have noticed, I'm low on FP right now, so
are you?
It's a good thing I have.
Why don't you go to Toad Hospital? Toad House.
I'm in Toad Hospital. But yeah.
Is that a reference to something? It sounds really familiar.
No. It's a reference to how the British say, I am in hospital.
You know, they sort of started speaking English before we did.
Well, see...
Michael always makes fun of British, like, mannerisms and stuff like that.
If I had just flown, then I would have been fine.
Although I will agree.
Stupid. Then I hit him a bunch of times.
I'm fine with that one because it was a little Corbin jingle. And Corbin jingles are always adorable.
Mm-hmm.
A Corbinable.
Yeah, but so here's what I've heard. I've heard that... So, like, British English and American English sort of started diverging sort of around the time of the Revolutionary War. I've heard that the English that Americans speak is more like that English. Like the English that... Like, from that diverging point, it's more like it was at that diverging point than British English now.
Huh. Where'd you hear that from?
I read it on the internet, obviously.
Where'd you hear that from?
The internets.
The point being is that it was probably an unreliable source.
Yeah, Eric, you are welcome to look up your own sources and challenge the veracity of my conclusions. Like, for example, I heard that candy was the word used at that time to describe sweet-flavored objects, you know, like candy. But now the British call it confectionaries. Yes. But we still call it candy. So that's one example. They called it candy
at the time. Yes. What you're saying. Well, I don't know. I don't fucking...
I mean, it's not like we have sound recordings from the time.
What's the name? I'm not an etymologist. That's the right word, right? I was correct.
Yeah, but that thing we just read on the back...
Was I Johnny Correctman?
So, like, I'm beginning to realize that perhaps there are board entries that I missed. Like, you know the board in the center of town next to Merlon's house? It changes throughout the... Like, I thought it changed after every chapter, but there is a different entry now on it now after I've been to the island than there was before I went there. So I think there are... I think there are a bunch of
what's
entries.
wrong with you?
Like, I didn't hear...
Your transitions and your fucking outros and intros are so much louder than our actual video.
Well, see, the thing is that the game audio is at, like, 27 decibels, so that it doesn't overpower our commentary. When our commentary is in here, it'll be up in, like, the -6, -3 decibel range, and the transition is in the -6 range as well, so it won't be that jarring.
So when it renders, it's different?
Yes, because right now there's no commentary to fill that void. Right now we're just listening to game audio.
That was really fucking loud in comparison to the game audio.
Yes, it is. It's supposed to be like that, so that the game audio doesn't overpower our commentary when we actually put the commentary in.
Okay, sure, I guess.
Anyway, here is an upgrade block.
I feel like that's something you need to fucking work on. Because even when I watch a fully rendered episode on YouTube, the transitions and stuff are always much louder. Question of the day, am I wrong? I want to know. Also, another question of the day that I was wondering is, whenever I watch Game Mavericks, it feels quieter than other content. So, this is actually really helpful if anybody's still watching this. Can you help us out audio-wise? Because we'd like to have better audio. Because we have the equipment.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything Michael's doing is theoretically correct. But I feel like whenever I go to watch a video, it's always the balancing seems a little bit off. It doesn't seem like it's professional. Even though we have the equipment.
What sounds too quiet?
Like most of the video.
Does the voiceover sound fine?
Yeah.
So maybe what it is that I just don't have the game audio as loud as other people do.
I don't know.
That just makes it sound quieter overall because you're just hearing the voiceover.
There's some mix.
Because here's the difference between a voiceover and a music is with music, the dynamic, that's sort of the audio range of how high it goes up and down, is smaller because it's professionally balanced in advance. Yes. But with a voiceover, there's a lot more range. The dynamic's larger. Like, our dynamic goes from, like, -12 to 0 decibels. So what that means is that when you're listening to audio, like, it's more consistent at a level, so that makes it sound louder than it is.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, it goes all over the place.
I understand that it's hard to figure all this stuff out. But I feel like too much of it you're doing is theoretical, and that's just sort of my feedback that I get when I watch an episode of Game Mavericks or ZBros Play, the best named show of all time. It's not a show. Whenever I watch it, it feels like it's always really quiet, but like it's like. But it's unbalanced. It's like the intros and outros and transitions are too loud. Either that, or they're just loud enough, and the rest of the video is too quiet. Or the intros, outros, and stuff are too loud. I know it's hard. It's hard to fix.
Tell you what, like I'll ask my audio friend to take a look at this.
You have an audio friend?
Yes.
One of those dang old audio files.
Yeah.
Tell him I said hello.
he's.
Tell him I said hello, and that's...
When it comes to the technical aspect of all this shit, he's more knowledgeable than I am, so I'll ask him what...
Audio is really hard, dude, man.
Yeah.
Whenever when I was doing, what was it? Oh, when I bought a dedicated audio card for my PC, but then I realized there was an audio card both in my headphones and in the microphone, and that it just didn't fucking work. The microphone was for other actual microphones and not for USB microphones like we have.
Right.
It was a very unknowledgeable purchase, but then between that and some of the when I was trying to learn production, when I was working with Fruity Loops and trying to learn a little bit of production stuff, I realized how complicated audio is and stuff.
Yeah.
And it can be really complicated. And there's a lot that you know that I don't know, in the category of audio compressors and stuff like that. I look at some of that and it's just like a brick wall sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a good thing I did delve into that, because it makes editing these videos so much easier.
That's true.
I remember when I was editing Shovel Knight. You remember that playthrough way back when?
Yeah.
It's actually in my channel, not in Game Mavericks, but it's basically a ZBros.
Oh, that's right. There's a ZBros Let's Play that's on your channel.
And I remember
Same
there was
amount of views.
Whenever there was a spike, I had to lower it. But since I didn't know about compressors or didn't know how to program them or anything,
yeah,
I basically had to lower every single spike manually, and it took forever. And then, starting with Mega Man 3, I realized, oh shit, this compressor thing will save me a lot of time. And
at some point you gotta ask your question. You have to ask yourself the question of, there's no way that everybody is doing this for all their content. What's going on? Everybody should go watch a video. But look up.
It's by a little known fella.
Look up Donald Trump Ghostbusters. It's this weird vlog where he's sitting there, all orange, and he's like, "They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that." And they're remaking Ghostbusters with all women. What's going on? It's so weird. And then the video ends or something like that.
That's it?
Yeah.
I just wanted to share my thoughts on that real quick.
Actually, no, I think the original video is it goes on longer. He starts talking about Rosie O'Donnell or some shit. Some high quality stuff, as you'd imagine. I don't know.
See, the thing with that guy is that you never know when he's serious or not, because he contradicts himself so much.
I don't think he's ever really, really serious. I think it's all sort of a joke to him.
Because it's just at the beginning, he's just Hispanics bring drugs and crime and I hate them, keep them out. Then a few months later, I love Hispanics. Trump Towers has the best taco bowls.
I feel like that was... I don't think he's taking any of it serious.
But see, that's a problem.
He knows how to get people attention and stay in the public eye. He's the Kanye West of politicians right now.
Because, if you never know when he's being serious or not, then you don't know what he's actually going to fucking do if he gets elected. And that's a problem.
He has a platform, but there's no way for us to know what it is. Are you going to try to power bounce on this guy and fail miserably? I'm calling it!
I think Eric's probably right.
I'm calling it. Michael is borderline drunk. He's going to try to power bounce it?
I remember this session being a little more competent.
Oh, okay, so this was a separate session. Oh, that's right.
Well, I recorded.
Yeah,
I did. Always record like one chapter at a time.
Can you like possibly even miss that? But the question of the day, code box. Code box, buddy. Pal. Watch this. 2. You know what? You did alright. You did alright. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be like 1.
Yeah. Well, you can't possibly do 1 if you charge a few times, but... Well, you mean like 1 bounce. I thought you meant 1 damage.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
By the way, these little bloopers are cute.
Are you going to use Bar to take out the mini bloopers?
I'm trying to remember what I actually do.
You know what? Whatever you're going to do, somebody's going to say you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And by somebody.
You mean Codebox.
Dude, I love Codebox.
Well, actually, if you use Bo's slap attack, then it goes faster.
I think it's ridiculous how much you know about this game. But
and how much I don't know.
I love the fact that Michael has played this game so many times.
Yeah, those things have deceptively high HP for little mooks.
They have 6.
Yeah, that's
so high.
Well, I mean, like
at this point in the game,
you think that they'd have like 2 HP and you kill them in 1 hit, but it takes a couple.
You can kill them in 1 hit.
Yeah, if you have a star, if you use like your star attacks, which you have a limited number of.
I just want to fucking do Donald Trump impressions, even though I'm not good at them.
Is this what you're supposed to do with this thing?
What is that? Oh, that's
your Fitbit.
That's a spare charge. No, you're not supposed to fucking attach it like that, you fucking idiot. I suppose it probably won't do any harm.
No.
I don't know why it's shaped that way. But what I do know is you're not supposed to attach it like that.
That's what she said.
What? No, it's not.
I don't know how to attach it.
She didn't say that, ever. Hold on.
Michael, play that back and put some racy music behind it.
Literally nothing about that was that. I don't understand your logic here.
Michael, put something that sort of looks like a penis, and you gotta sit for a moment and kind of look at it to be sure.
Memories! Hold on, I'll be right back. I mean, I can still talk, but I can't hear anything. Actually, the only thing I can't hear is the game audio, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just hold it.
Yeah, hold it for me. I need to go put this.
Hold it!
I need to go put these 4 $1 bills in my wallet. Shake it, baby.
Have you seen that one episode of The Simpsons where, like, Bart has to do chores for this old lady?
Yes. And ends up working at, like, that weird
burlesque house? Yeah. But before that, like, he works for this old lady. It's just like, and after he does all the shit for her, like, paving a roof and all that shit, or reshingling the roof.
We watched that with Ethan, remember?
Yeah, that's right. And then, like, what happens at the end is just like, all right, payday.
That's where that thing from where Homer's dad walks in. Sees Bart, and then turns around immediately. But I hadn't seen the meme, and it was one of the funny. I thought it was like the funniest damn thing. I can see why it's a meme. Nice power bounce, Michael.
I missed it. Cronoa. So guys, looks like there's a petition online to bring back Cronoa.
Michael's sick of Clone. You know this was as we've said.
I can't read this. It's like a fucking petition, I think, to bring Klonoa to the 3DS, and it's just like, I can't read it because it's in Japanese.
Yeah, but just put your name down anyway.
Well, I want to make sure what I'm signing up for.
I know, I was joking. Oh,
but you know what that reminds me of? It's just, you can't put females in Ghostbusters. What's going on? I'm going to put a petition on change.org to get this movie canceled.
He doesn't even say like anything like knowledge, like anything about it. All he says is, you can't do that, and what's going on? The way he says it. You know what I'm going to do? Before this video is released, there's going to be a video coming out on Easander 11 where it's just playing that, but it's going to get like increasingly pitched. His voice is going to get increasingly pitched down. It's going to play that Christmas sign, that dun 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 dun. It's gonna be funny, trust me. I swear, it doesn't sound funny, but it's gonna be funny. Everybody go watch that on easander11.com.
So these good little guys were in Super Mario World.
Michael didn't hear me. Were they?
The little red guys that walk around the sides like the gamers from Metroid. The guys with 6 legs.
Oh yeah, that's what those guys are supposed to be?
Yeah.
It said they were like fire charged in this though.
They aren't. They're just buzzy beetles with spikes in their head, which is basically what spike tops are.
That's weird.
But spike tops looked weird in Mario World. Like if you play,
is that the first game they were in?
Yes, just like how the swoopers
so you mean
in that
these
game
guys look weird?
Well, I mean, because like you see in every other appearance in any other game besides Mario World, they look like
did you
red
put
fuzzy
Feeling Fine on? No.
Yeah, I
didn't bother.
Well, it's because it's just right after I fought the big blooper, so I just didn't think to do it.
Didn't bother.
Because like when I was in that one room,
a lazy cow.
When I was in that one room, like I knew that there were going to be like a million of them, so I equipped it then. But this room,
did you see what I did the last time you used that snowman?
No. Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
I thought because I hadn't seen that snowman animation. I hadn't seen anybody ever use that item, and I'd never used it. And I didn't notice it when we were recording because I wasn't paying attention. But then I saw it in post, and I was like, "That is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen." You're just supposed to like take that.
It's not really though.
It's weird. The like snowman, like giant snowman. It plays that music. It was really fucking weird. So I fucking zoomed in on it and put some static over it and like a red filter.
Yeah, I saw that. I think
because it was so fucking weird. Speaking of fucking weird, Santa Claus's little like. I won't say
Fred Claus.
His little brother.
Little brother Fred Claus.
Yeah, it's Vince Vaughn. The
I'm gonna do my best Vince Vaughn voice.
Will be played.
Well, lucky here.
You know who this guy reminds me of? Especially the way his
teeth.
Especially the way his mouth opens and closes. Reminds me of Booster from Mario.
Yeah. Well, you know what he reminds me of even more? So you remember that little guy from Super Paper Mario that digs the blue pipes between flip side and flop side?
It's been so long since I played Super.
He has a beard like that. He's a different color.
Those guys were all like square and weird, weren't they? In Super Paper Mario? All the characters.
Gosh, what was his name? I'll look up a picture
Franklin
of him for
the Turtle. Franklin the Turtle. Hashtag Cup of Monsters.
Hashtag Cup of Monsters. I found him.
I don't use hashtags. Whenever I use hashtags, it's like
this is the guy.
Making fun of hashtags. Oh, that guy. He reminds me much less of that guy from Super Mario Galaxy. Super Paper Mario than a Booster. Booster has that beard. You know what's funny? People always compare Booster to Wario. Have you heard that before?
No.
Really? I wonder what I'm thinking of.
I can see the resemblance though.
See, I can't. But a lot of people say that they do. They're like, oh.
Well, I mean, like, there's this one, like, sort of gallery of paintings.
You can keep fucking around with that.
There's like this one gallery of paintings you see
over here.
in like the gosh, the lobby of Booster's Tower, and there's just like one part where like his mouth is like hinged like this, sort of like he's like.
Why are we back in Toad Town, by the way?
I'm just doing some backtracking before we go to the dungeon.
I was gonna say, I thought we were on that
because now
that's how long it took me to realize. That's how little attention I'm paying.
Because like now that I have sushi, there's a bunch of shit I can get in town. And when we met Raphael the Raven, he gave us the Ultra Stone, which allows us to upgrade partners for a second time.
Would you say, besides possibly like the final boss, that the main boss of Mount Lava Lava is the hardest one?
Like I think the super boss is a little harder, but I'd say like out of like. I think this boss is harder than Bowser. Really? I will say that. Yeah, because Bowser...
like if you have all the right badges and you know what you're doing, then maybe it's not that hard. Alright, Codebox, there's your disclaimer. I like how...
Well, I mean, let me put it this way.
Dude, I love Codebox.
When I first played...
Kiss me, Codebox.